The last time you guys saw this, it was just a cab sitting on the ground. But since then, we have finally got it sitting on a chassis. It's somewhat looking like a truck again. But there's a reason this truck's been sitting, and unfortunately, it's going to have to sit a little bit longer. Today, I'll show you guys where this project's up to, where it's heading, and why it's been pushed down to the bottom of the queue, and what has been pushed to the top. Welcome back to Copperhead Kustoms, and this is our 1948 Austin Loadstar, and it is going to be our shop truck if we ever finish it. And as you can see, we've got this sitting on a Holden HQ 1-tonner chassis. Now the project stalled for a while there as a few things came in. Life gets in the way of certain stuff, doesn't it? But we, off camera, mounted it to the chassis. We didn't mount it, we've just got it sitting over there. We've cut it out and sit it on roughly where we sort of want it. And as you can see, it's pretty damn low. We might need to pop it up a little bit. It will have bigger wheels which will raise it and stuff as well. But we'll do all that later on, show you how to make proper cab mounts that would pass engineering, etc. We're just going to run a 202, I think, at this stage, even though the chassis is a V8 chassis. So we have the Salisbury 10-bolt diff in it. We've got disc brakes on the front, drums on the rears, of course. But yeah, we've just got a 202 sitting on there at the moment. Later on, we could V8 convert it if we wanted. Now, as you can see, we've got all the hardwood sitting there. The hardwood doesn't look much, but let me tell you this, that wood will look a treat. And this here is what that wood looks like when you grind all the paint off. Hey, pretty serious wood. Solid as, proper hardwood. That tray is going to be badass. So we've only done 2 videos on the Austin, and that was about 18 months ago, maybe 2 years. We basically gave it a clean up, got a bit of paint thrown around it, keeping it patinaed. This is basically what it's going to look like, but it's going to be clear coated. We've got a little bit of bodywork to do on the roof, and there's 1 or 2 little pieces of rust to cut out and rework. But this is basically, although be shiny, is what it will look like. We'll have different wheels, of course, and we've got to get all our heights and everything. So there's a lot of work to do on this one. So yes, this is our 48 Austin, like I said. As you can see, she's got a lot of work to do. It is not bad nick. We do have a couple little spots here need to be fixed. There's a bit of issues around this area. As you can see, these guards were welded to the body. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there, if I will weld the front end on or not, or bolt it all, but as you can see, we've got some issues there. Rust wise, it's pretty good. We have all the chrome trims. We've got all the chrome for the grills. We've got nice chrome badges. We've got another set of badges. We've got the hood ornaments. We've got spare bonnet hinges, the bonnet latches. I'm pretty sure we've got indicators and stuff for there. We do have a front bumper, which is around the back here. We also think we have all the glass, and if you can see in the background there, that's another cab, but it's a front, like a convertible cab, so we can cut into that to steal any rust repair cuts we may want it that we don't want to make. There is a bit of rust up in the roof there that has to be done, and you can see this was actually all caved in, so we've got a fair bit of work in dollying the roof up. All the glass, we've got the little curvy glass windows here, we've got all the door handles, we've got everything basically for this to build it. Now, it's sitting on, like I said, a HQ 1-tonner chassis. I think it's a HQ, might be a HJ. There is a little bit of rust repair work to do to that, but I wanted to fit it on the chassis to see if I was happy with the length of the chassis. And as you can see there, I've just sat the guard. I don't even know if I've got that guard the right way. The guard actually might be the other way around. That might be the passenger guard. As you can see, there's a slight difference in it. We'll work out what way we like it better. Now, the plan is to keep this fairly low. It will be slightly raised. So what my plan is to have the cab and everything low, but still keep standard height in our suspension is what I'm going to try to do. We've got ample room in the cab for the chassis to sit there. Now our wheels will be slightly bigger, so that will pop it up, and this will probably be 1 inch or 2 higher. I am also considering on the front there is to actually lower the front of those guards by actually adding a, 3 or 4 inches in across the bottom there to make the front look a bit lower so it doesn't sit up so high. So these are basically going to be our guards. A lot of rust repairs to do on them, but they are going to have 15 by 10s on the back, so the wheels will sit out this way a lot. The guards will be this way, so they're going to need to be widened, probably probably 10 inches. We're going to have to widen them. Now, I'm not 100% on what I'm going to do with the tray as yet, whether I'm just going to have a flat tray or whether I'm going to actually have it like a step-side type tray. My original thought was to do like a step-side tray, but do it all out of wood, not out of metal. So have wood that runs all the way down here, all the way up to say this sort of height, all wood. Have the metal guards bolted on and maybe a metal tailgate. It's sort of what I was originally thinking. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do as yet. I may just make a flat tray and we'll enclose the bottom section, or we may make it out of metal. That's still up in the air. Now what we have got on this chassis is, this is the back of the chassis here. Just here, that's the back of the chassis. But as you can see, our chassis actually goes back to there because it has a big, huge tow bar extension. So we may actually make it a long bed type arrangement on this one. That's why I've sat it on this chassis. This wasn't the chassis for it. The one in the background was. But we put it on this. This chassis is not as nice rust-wise, but it has got that extender piece. So that's what I'm sort of thinking of the look. Like, we're just not 100% on the tray, like I said. A lot of work to do, but it should actually come together pretty quickly. It's got a disc brake front, like I said, so that's a quick, easy refurb of that. It's got the Salisbury 10-bolt diff, so a very strong diff, and this was a V8 chassis, so it's easily converted back. Now, we did start doing some metal work on the inside. As you can see, now we've got nice gauges, all the stuff. We have everything good. So what the plan was on the inside was to, as you can see, that panel over there, was to do the whole interior basically out of aluminium paneling, all with rounded edges, and have it all pieced together. I was going to use copper coins as washers for the rivets to rivet it all down, or the screws or whatever I'm going to use to rivet it all down. So we brought some copper into it. Then what I was going to also do was, if you imagine the four pieces together, all with rounded edges, you'll end up with a bit like a diamondy type curved shape in between them all. And I was going to actually put a piece of brass in all of those as well. Now, we do have this really trick brass fireplace screen that I was going to actually use as a centerpiece in the back there, behind the seats. We've got some, at this stage we've just got some seats. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them or not, or I'm probably going to replace my leather lounge soon. I've got a really quality leather lounge that I think we're going to replace, and it's like an orangey colour, so I may actually use that leather to make up something trick. I'm not 100% sure on the seats arrangement yet. But as you can see, we've got to do a metal floor. So the same as the floor, I was going to do a metal floor in here, then sound deaden it and everything. So maybe just make it out of like road signs or something. Sound deaden it all, have it all welded in, sound deaden it, and then put the trick aluminium pieces on the top of that. So yeah, all the floor, all around the back, roof, everything is what I'm sort of thinking of, maybe doing all of that out of metal and make it look pretty fancy. We'll do some patterns on there, we'll do some bead rolled things, and that's sort of where I was leaning to with the interior. Like I said, this is how we're going to have it looking. We actually added a bit of paint to the original patina because I didn't have a lot of colour in it. I wanted a bit more colour on it, and this is going to get clear coated, okay, once we're ready. So it should look pretty trick. We've got everything. We've got a steering column. We've got a green steering column for it. We've got, as you can see in there, we've got a little 202 sitting in it at the moment. We got that off of one of our subscribers, and Darren. Shout out to you. So we got that off him for $200. He hit me up, said, "Do you want this motor?" I said, "Yeah, I'll come and get it." He said it's a good runner, all that. So we don't have a gearbox at this stage. We've got tail shafts. We've got pretty much everything. I've got fancy tail lights. I've got a box of tail lights. So we actually had the wheels, but we stole the wheels to put on our red Bedford. So we do have everything for it. We just got to find the time. That's my hardest issue, is finding the time to do everything. Probably like a lot of yous. It's just hard to find the time to do all this stuff, and especially when you're trying to build about 200 different cars. That's sort of where we're going to head with it. Drop your comments on what you think about that. I think it should look pretty trick. So yes, that's sort of why the project stopped, is I just have too many and I just don't have enough time, guys. So last time you would have seen it, it was sitting inside the shop, sitting on the ground. And in between then, we actually lost, our channel was terminated for 8 months. And basically, I kind of nearly went into depression with that, okay? So it was a bit of a pill to swallow is what they say, isn't it? And I actually mounted the cab on the chassis. I didn't record any of it, and it was basically just to get it out of the way. It's now been sitting here for 6 months at least, and we will be getting onto it soon. As you can even see, we've got exhaust pieces and all sorts. So like I said, we've got everything for it. We will get onto it, but before we can get onto it, we've got something very, very important that we have to do first. And this is not a debatable, you know, oh, should I do this one or this one? We actually have to finish this other project for something, which I won't delve into this one. That will be next week's video, will be about that, and you will love it, okay? So an old favourite's coming back, and we've got to get this finished. We've got a time crunch deadline, is that the words to say, for this other project. So as soon as we've done that other project though, the 1948 Austin is going to head back up, and I think we will go hard on it. We will have breaks in between, you know, like we'll work on the rolls, and we're always doing flip cars and whatever. And I run an op shop now too, so the wife has taken over an op shop, so I'm down there 4 days a week as well. So time's stretched pretty thin between working out, running an op shop, trying to do YouTube, build cars, flip cars, making money, getting tattooed. Life's pretty hectic at the moment. So anyway, that's sort of where we're at. That's my excuses of why we haven't got on with it. I just thought I'd drop a video on this because I know a lot of you have been asking. I've been getting messages and comments about what's going on with my Austin, rah, rah, rah. So there it is, okay? So like I said, that's where the Austin's at. That's what my plans are to do with it. We've got the original front bumper, like I said, maybe lower the front a little bit by extending the metal, clear coating it. We've got all the glass, we've got all the bits, fancy metalwork interior. We've got aircon. Oh, that's motor sitting there, but I do have another motor up there, and an automatic, I think it is, and sitting over there, and it is aircon motor, power steering motor, all that. So we've got the steering column. We've got 90% of the stuff to do it. It's just finding the time, like I said. So for all of the project is not dead. It's coming back. We've just got to finish this other thing first, and then the Austin is coming full steam ahead. All right, so with all that said, guys, quick, short, sharp, shiny video. Hope it was of interest to someone. If you like it, give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, share it with your mates, try to get the channel building back up again. I'll see you next week with a very, very, very important video.